Hello guys, and welcome to another day with Zimaleta. In today's video, I would like to talk a little bit about what I'm doing to my house. As you could see in the first picture, that's the way my house looked like, and that's what it looks like now. And here's the inside. This is the addition part, the part that you see in the house. And I was actually building this bathtub right here in the same room just so that I could pre-fit it, make sure that everything works and stuff like that before I install it in the bathroom. And then I decided to actually do this little project where I actually install kind of like a little wall partition to turn this room into a bedroom because it used to be a living room. And before I could do that, I needed to knock down the wall and actually create this kind of step. So I was pre-planning how my tile is going to look like. This is actually the way you could see my room from inside. And now the wall is finally done. My kids are really happy. While I was working on the project, my holes started leaking, so I had to fix that, make a video for you guys. And this is actually what my wall partition looks like after I built it. It does not have a door yet. And this is what you could see. You could see the open kitchen, living room. You cannot really see because it's to the right. This is the front of my house, if you guys never seen it before. And this is what it looks like at night, actually looking out. It would be completely pitch black if it wasn't for my commercial lighting. And this is kind of like the other side of the house. Guys, this is my bathroom, and if it looks bad to you guys, believe me, it looked much worse. I actually decided not to take those pictures because it was so bad. So what I decided to do, guys, before actually installing this tub, guys, I decided to rip everything out, including all the drywall and all the stuff like that, and get rid of the window. And as you could see, I'm already kind of getting rid of it. And basically, I decided to leave the window on the outside because this is a replacement type of window, and I could actually remove from the outside when the time comes. But right now, for aesthetics, it would be pretty good. So now I brought my base in that I have built in another room. I pre-fit everything in here, and I decided to make a few adjustments. And then the bathtub was finally ready. So here I was. You know, I bought this little kit here, and it's supposed to be like one of those things you flip that little lever, and it basically, you know, makes the bathtub not lose water. It did not work out for me, guys. I had to take that thing back because there was nothing I could do to it. So I went ahead and bought another kit, and this kit is much better. It actually was a little bit cheaper. I could use original type of, you know, piping and stuff like that in order to finish it, the regular PVC stuff with PVC glue. So it's quite adjustable. And now finally I ripped out that other wall that had the tile on it. That's the tile I actually did myself. You might see some overkill on the outlets. One of the people that actually commented on my video, he actually remodeled his house. He says, believe me, that's not an overkill. They did like 12 outlets in their kitchen, and you know, that's actually was pretty good for them. They didn't have to unplug anything. I ran, of course, 12 gauge wire, so that's actually gonna be pretty good. And here's this other kit that I actually got, guys, from Home Depot for the drainage, for the top. I put it together. Of course, I cut my own link for the pipes because that kit would not work as well because this bathtub is so huge and the pipes are just not long enough. But the cool thing about it is I could actually work with normal type of plumbing and actually fix everything at home the way I need to. So what I'm doing now is I'm pre-fitting everything, making sure everything will fit before I primer and use some PVC glue in order to glue the stuff together. And you know, I gotta actually build the stuff. And of course, as always, my little son Jason decides to watch what I'm doing. He always joins me and just kind of like observes. So he's always kind of like next to me and stuff like that. But guys, this bathroom is actually not that big. It's kind of like a little bit like an 8x8 type of bathroom, which would probably be a normal size. But guys, this bathtub is 74 inches. And to give you some idea, guys, this bathroom was 7-foot tall ceiling. It was a little bit more like smaller than it is now because I rebuilt it. It's just a little bit bigger because I knocked down all the walls and I just rebuilt them where I wanted them to make it a little bit bigger. But it's not much bigger. Maybe I made it bigger a little bit, 1 foot wider and 1 foot, you know, kind of like longer. Guys, I decided to, of course, change all the plumbing in the bathroom and in the whole house. All the plumbing's updated. I went from gray piping that it had because it's, you know, due to mobile homes and manufactured homes, they use this gray type of pipe. I'm not sure what it's called, but I converted to PEX pipe. Not completely. Some of the gray pipe is still at the bottom of the mobile home. Now, if that stuff starts leaking, all I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna buy more PEX pipe and get some shark bites, and basically that's it. You know, I'm just gonna you know, like replace all of them. And here's Jason, of course, observing everything, you know, watching me work and stuff like that. I decided to not record everything that I'm doing, like I'm laying tile and stuff like that, because guys, there was so much work in making videos and working at the same time, trying to get you the best views, you know, get a little voiceover in there or whatever. It's a little bit complicated, and I kind of challenged myself to see if I could actually finish the bathroom like in like a week pretty much. And I can't say that I have reached that goal, but guys, everything that I will show you in this video is actually it took me actually 6 days to get it to this portion. Now I have taken 3 days off pretty much for various things, you know, for family gatherings and, you know, having some fun with the kids and, you know, stuff like that, because you gotta sometimes stop and actually, you know, enjoy it a little bit. But I got a lot done, which I'm so glad. I actually was able to tile the whole bathroom, and you guys could see that. And of course I did the plumbing for the bathtub, everything, all the electrical. I reinstalled, of course, all the drywall, as you guys will see in this video, which is just a lot of pictures. Now over here I have went ahead, since I already know that all the sizes are proper. This is a great type of primer. I have primered everything and let it dry just a little bit, and went ahead and applied some of this PVC type of glue to the pipes and gluing everything up. Now some of the stuff might seem like it's complicated, but it's really basic, guys. Some of the stuff that I think some professionals like really know that I really don't just yet, but I'm trying to learn from some of my viewers and stuff. There's a lot of tips and tricks to these pipings and stuff. Like, you want to make sure that you plumb everything in, and taking into account that somebody might flush something down the toilet that they shouldn't, you know, get the top, you know, like pipes stuffed up, or like the bathtub or sinks. You want to make sure these pipes are nice and accessible for you to be able to actually service them when that time comes. Because, you know, believe it or not, guys, as much as you could tell your kids not to do something, you know, they think everything is fun and games until they actually will, you know, let something flush down the bathtub or whatever, bathtub drain. But in my case, I do have access to those things. I did kind of think like in advance, and because it's kind of like a single story type of house, I do have a crawl space, and if I need to actually work on any kind of plumbing, it's all in the crawl space. And I also don't have a city type of sewer system. I have my own, which is a septic tank. When I first moved in, I kind of thought maybe that's a little downside, but now I believe it's a huge upside, because believe it or not, guys, the city sewer and stuff, you have to always pay them. Like, I think it's a quarterly thing, and it's not a set fee. They always go up in price according to the times, I guess. And I guess that's not fun, especially if you're expecting to pay a certain type of price. But guys, one of the things that I'll tell you is, with me buying this house for $13,000, I would like to tell you a couple things. Of course, I have invested thousands upon thousands of dollars more. Basically, I have already spent, I don't know, 3 times as much as I bought the house for, in materials and supplies and tools and stuff like that, not including my time, because there's a lot of time loss as well, me having to work on my project. So that means I cannot actually expedite and do what I do best and make money like that, you know. So I had to basically, you know, stay home and do this kind of stuff. So now the bathtub is all done pretty much. All of this, you know, pipes are in. You know, it is time for me to, you know, prepare all the other plumbing in the crawl space. So I actually, you know, went down there, and I actually, you know, glued all the pipes and cut everything up, and went ahead and installed the bathtub. And now I started the drywall. Now for the drywall, guys, I have decided to use, basically reuse the drywall that I've used before on some of my walls, and then I decided to actually change the layout a little bit, or the windows and stuff. So I removed that drywall again, and I basically put it like in my storage here, and I decided to dig that stuff up and start using it again. As you can see, there's some walls that have some kids art on them, because you know it's gonna get primed and stuff, and we allow them to do that, but not on real walls. And basically I just decided to reuse everything, and I guess save a little bit of money on drywall, even though it's not that expensive. One thing I don't recommend is using the purple stuff with the white stuff. I've noticed the purple stuff is a little bit thinner. Of course, purple stuff is a little bit better. And here's my roof here. I actually made it vaulted. Believe it or not, guys, it's higher quality now than it used to be. And I decided to do an overkill on the lights, guys. I have got some really nice halo lights at an auction. Normally, these things are very expensive. I think per 4 of them, it's like 25 bucks. As a clearance price. That's actually what the box says. So I installed actually 12 in here, so technically about $75 worth for lighting if I would have bought it on clearance. But I actually bought, I think, all of these lights for like $25, because it was like a box deal. So I paid for the whole box $25 instead of just like little boxes. As a matter of fact, there was a lot more boxes than this. So not only that I got these, I got like 6 other boxes. So I got so many halo lights, so many lighting and stuff like that for the house, so I'm not gonna have any issues with that. I also got a lot of like GFI outlets and a lot of basic like tools and, you know, like fittings and stuff for plumbing, some electrical stuff. So I kind of lucked out on a lot of those like box deals or bucket deals, or you know, whatever. So basically at this point I have decided to patch everything up. I was going to skip the step, you know, due to the fact that I'm tiling the whole bathroom anyways, except the ceiling. I was gonna skip it, but you know, I thought it's not going to be fun at all to mud all the walls and stuff. So I kind of figured, look, nobody's gonna see it anyways, and it is my house, and I'm not gonna really sell it to nobody. I'm gonna keep it in the family. I mean, even if we end up buying something else in the future, this could always be kind of like a little place we could come to, relax. We have a lake pretty much down the street. It's about like 3 miles away, so it's always going to be like one of those quiet places you could come down to and just like visit, you know, like, and just have a little bit of you know, like fun with and stuff. So you could see, guys, I have patched everything up. And then, you know, when I started doing like the second day, guys, I noticed I actually like mudding. I actually enjoyed it. So I actually went over everything. Oh, by the way, I installed that GFI outlet over there towards the bottom. It's going to be accessible towards the sink. And I decided to tile everything, guys. All of this tiling here, I didn't have a plan together. Normally, if you're like a professional, you're gonna have a plan together, you're gonna pre-cut everything and stuff like that. I decided not to do that. I just decided to just wing it. That's what I do a lot of times. So out of the blue, I decided to make those go this way and those go like that way, and actually, you know, turned out to be looking kind of nice. Now this was complete random, where I decided to make this waterfall type of look where all the connections are, and I really like it, and my wife likes it as well. So I actually decided to change my plans once more, even though I really didn't have any. I was just going to use this one single tile. I'm going to create a ripple effect. It's sort of like, this is like a little waterfall, and I'm gonna create like little ripples using the same type of tile. This is a backsplash tile. It comes in pieces kind of like 12 by 12, but I actually cut them and made them work for the wall exactly how I want them, laid them out and stuff, and it actually works perfect and saves a lot of time, because I technically did not have to cut them at all. You know, and so kind of like for all those holes and stuff, I was sort of like able to just work around them and stuff like that, and it was actually made my job a whole lot easier, guys. And as you could tell, guys, this is it. This is 6 days of work, and this is kind of like what I wanted to share with you guys. And now I would like to actually show you kind of like this little video of everything that's in here. Now, I do have plans, and I'm still kind of like contemplating whether to put all of this lighting on the same circuit or put them on different circuits. But what I have decided to do is I'm going to actually go ahead and put like a dimmer switch and stuff. So I'm going to buy dimmable type of lighting for this room, and probably just have like one dimmer switch, you know, for all of these lights and stuff, and I think it's gonna look good. But I also have an idea to put like 3 dimmer switches to control the first 6 when you walk in, to control 2 that's going to be hanging over here above the vanity, and to control 6 more that's going to be above the bathtub. But what I'm thinking about doing is, guys, is taking some of this circuits here that I ran, you know, like where the bathtub is, and, you know, other stuff, and I'm going to connect them to the vanity lighting that's currently there right now. And I'm just gonna make them all be controlled on one side, and if I ever want to change that, I'll have access to that, you know, because the wall where the vanity is, it's not going to be completely tiled. I'm going to tile kind of like around it, but on the inside it's just going to be drywall, so I'll kind of have access to it. I'll be able to pull the mirror out if I want to run any individual lighting like dimmer switches, I can. But I think when you have a dimmer switch, you're going to be saving electricity anyways. You could just dim them to the comfort level that you would like, and that's it. Just make sure you read in the box, it says dimmable lighting or non-dimmable. Now I do have a lot of little lights, and I'm not sure if I have some dimmable stuff. I'll have to take a look at it. If I don't, I'm going to end up just buying it. Now guys, for the walls, I decided not to actually sand this stuff down. I patched it, let it dry for a couple days actually, because the stuff that I used was straight out of the bucket. It was very easy to work with, and I used paper for the top of the ceiling. It actually did create like a little curved effect. Now I will actually, since I laid out all the tile, guys, in this bathroom, I'm going to go ahead and finish it. I'm going to grout everything, and then I'm going to leave the ceiling for the last. I'm just going to come in here with plastic, and I'm going to drape off all the walls, and I'm going to sand the ceiling down, and then, you know, like patch it up some more if I need to, and then paint everything. But guys, I'm okay with it, I guess. Let me know what you think, guys, on this project, and if you like it, please leave a like. If you don't like it, leave a dislike. I certainly don't mind. I make these videos because I like to make videos. I like to share what I do. I don't make these videos to tell you guys what to do or how to do it. I'm certainly like not an expert in it. Basically like a jack of all trades, and I'm not afraid to say it. You know, am I master of none? I don't know. You be the judge. But I'm one of those people that I'm a do-it-yourselfer. Basically, it's kind of like a new type of word, which is like DIY. Well, it's not that new, but basically that's the kind of guy that I am. I enjoy working with my hands, and ever since I was a kid, I enjoyed working with my hands, and I just really never stopped. I always like to make things, build stuff, you know, like mess with all kinds of stuff, including electronics, and, you know, like mess with bricks and stuff like that, guys. And I don't have any like real like prior experience like in working on this myself. I was a helper before, working for my neighbor, like I think like 15 years ago, maybe even longer than that, guys. Oh man, geez, it's been actually like 16 years ago. Man, how time flies. I have helped my neighbor out, basically do some painting and stuff like that, but he was a drywall guy and painter and stuff like that. Normally he just painted, but when it came time to do drywall, he was the one that was doing all the patching and stuff like that. He showed me kind of how to do it and stuff like that. He always mixed his own stuff that dried a lot quicker, so he could go ahead and sand it. But I kind of did the sanding and painting, so it was like nothing really major, I guess. But you know, that's a little experience that I got for myself. But when it comes to plumbing, I've learned it all on my own. I do have some books on it. I have books on tile. I've read those books and stuff. This was before I was doing YouTube. I bought those books. I always had an interest in trying to do this stuff for myself, and I kind of have an interest not to really hire anybody to do this kind of stuff. You know, the way I look at it, look, it's time, it's your own time. You know, if you enjoy doing this kind of work, then you're gonna enjoy it. If you don't, then hire somebody. But to me, I enjoy it, and not only that I enjoy it, I save money doing it, and you know, stuff like that. But I kind of enjoy work in general. I'm technically an expedite. I've been doing expediting for the past 11 years. I make pretty good money at it, so when it comes to the future, I'm really not looking at doing this kind of like remodeling as a business. I used to want to before even having all this type of practice and stuff like that. Before starting expediting, I kind of started my own company doing it, but I was winning it all the time, if you guys know what I mean. I don't know if I'm saying it right with my accent, but basically, guys, if I'm going to do this type of work or any part of it, it certainly will be when I'm going to be doing real estate investing deals. If I'm going to buy a home and fix it up myself, I'm certainly going to take these skills that I learn from this house into my other projects and stuff like that. And then I will just flip some homes on the side. One other thing I want to let you know, guys, I've been recently calculating kind of like my bills and stuff like that, and I just wanted to see what they are. And first of all, my taxes for the entire year is only $450. And one other thing that you will find to be interesting, I pay a total of bills, all my bills combined, $450 per month. It is a lot more than that in the wintertime. Like my electricity in the wintertime is easily $400 alone. But because I don't have any rent and mortgage and stuff, my cell phone bills for myself is $60, for my wife is $60. We have internet for $35. I have a website that I pay for $30 a month. And my insurance that I pay for, my expediting insurance, this is going to come as a shock to you guys. I only pay like $150 per month. And my wife car insurance, I pay like $80 a month. And electricity right now is below $100, but I calculate it like at 100. And my water is like 35, you know. So I guess, I don't know, if I miscalculated, let me know. But then of course there's food and there's those other things and stuff like that. But guys, man, like the reason I'm actually mentioning this, guys, it feels so good to live on your own terms. Like I feel like I have my life back. Like for the last over 2 years now, I have lived in my own house. Sure, it's been a struggle trying to fix everything up because it's been a huge project and it's still going and going and going. It's never going to be really ending. It's certainly a lot of work, but guys, I certainly have enjoyed every bit of it because at the end of the day, I go outside, I sit on my deck, I drink a little tea, I eat something, and I'm like, thank you, God. I'm like thinking, I own all this, you know. I have like 2 properties next door to each other. I don't think I'll ever find a place as good as what I have it right now. But anyways, guys, you might be wondering, like, why am I really telling you this kind of stuff? I mean, I'm making my videos like super long, but if it's not obvious, guys, it's just me trying to be motivational with you guys and trying to say, hey, you can do it too. It's not that expensive. It just takes a little bit of time, and if I really calculate all the money that I have saved over the years living here, this is exactly the money I have invested into my home. So technically, I'm breaking even, guys. It's like that car. Like if you could buy a car for cash and you don't pay any like payments for like 5 years, you could save that money and just buy yourself like another car for cash. I mean, I don't know if that's a good example, but I mean, you guys kind of know what I mean. You know, like same thing goes for this house. Like once I end up fixing it all up and living in it, all that money that I save will just be just more things that I could do with my life, more investments that I could do. I could have, you know, more freedom and, you know, like more life enjoyment. But the biggest thing I get out of this, guys, is the fact that I can encourage other people, and you could use me as an example into, you know, seeing somebody that actually did their home. Now, for those of you guys that actually thinking, well, I'm not doing it the right way, I'm only trying to get it to look nice. Well, guys, you know, to you I say, you're not the only one to think that, and some of you guys actually became my friends already, instead of being my critics, and actually told me how to do it correctly now. So I will not make the mistake of actually just making my place look nice. It's going to be all up to code. It's going to be, you know, water resistant, like water protected. Everything's going to be done the correct way. And I do say again, this is not how-to videos. This is more like me showing you what am I doing with my money, with my life, and just letting you join me on my little journey, like with what I'm doing, and hopefully get encouraged and actually believe and understand that it is possible not to have a mortgage. It is possible to live like this if this is the lifestyle that you want. Now, when you do get this kind of lifestyle, you know, your friends, you know, maybe will make fun of you. Like, according to Dave Ramsey, you know, thinking like this, kind of like I am thinking, and some other people, like this is outside the norm, and your friends and family might make fun of you. But if they do, guys, you know, don't get discouraged. Do what you believe in, and you know, like after like some time, you're gonna be living so good, and they're gonna be like so impressed, and they're gonna be like telling you that you actually the one that's encouraging them now, you know, to do their own stuff differently. They're gonna be kind of like, I guess, believers that it is possible. Like, you don't have to live like a slave, pretty much. You know, you could have whatever you want. But anyways, guys, stay tuned for more videos. This video has came to an end. I would like to keep you updated on my projects, and I have a lot more stuff going on, as I always do, guys. But take care of yourself, guys. God bless you, and good luck to you. Some of you guys that already bought a place like this, I've seen some comments. Congratulations to you guys, and man, I hope your project will be exactly the way you want it, guys. I'm just doing mine on a budget, guys, and I'm just doing best I can with what I have, you know, that kind of thing. So anyways, guys, God bless you. Take care of yourself. Bye bye.